This just some shit like you might have friends or a friend that you share everything with, but like sometimes there are things that you don't even tell them. And I'm gonna be looking at the teacher like pick me, nigga. I have no idea what the actual answer is, but like I'm bruh, like fake it till you make it, nigga. It'll all be over soon. Don't move. Don't move. Hey, be quiet. Just take it. You're remembering things that happened like a decade or 2 decades ago at night in bed, and you're asking yourself, why does my brain hate me? After being asked, they're busy like, like, bro, what are you laughing at? You failure. Life's biggest humiliation rituals video by Birdie, and like to anyone who in the comment section, like to anyone viewing the video, and you have experienced a some type of humiliation ritual and you feel comfortable sharing, like let us know down in the comment section down below. We listen, we don't judge. Personally, I will respond to that. Me personally, like me myself as I am, I will respond to that. Now then, let's get into this video.
Have you ever experienced something so bad that it just feels like a humiliation ritual?
But you'll never hear about that from me, nigga. You'll probably hear like some other ones as time goes on, but like in this video, I'm not gonna trauma dump on
all
you.
got embarrassing moments in life. There's nothing unusual about that. I literally made a video documenting your most awkward moments. But there are certain types of moments that just feel like a humiliation ritual. Now, what is a humiliation ritual? Some of you might be asking. Well, the literal meaning of it is people in Hollywood will like sell their soul and do some shit that will make them lose their dignity just to be famous. And usually it's something very embarrassing, like the person would want to take it to the grave with them. So people online have recently been using the term humiliation ritual to describe something on that level of embarrassing. And I think we first...
Yeah, bruh, this just some shit like you might have friends or a friend that you share everything with, but like sometimes there are things that you don't even tell them, you feel me? And that's me, nigga. Like I share a lot of things with my closest friends, and there's some shits that like they will never know, nigga. Like that shit is with me, and if it does turn into some type of stress, nigga, I'm gonna let it eat at me, nigga. I'm not sharing it with nobody.
Got to start with a date going bad. Now, me personally, this one would take me out of the game for a couple weeks. It would be like an athlete getting carted off the field. That would be me. Now, when you get ready for that date, you make sure everything is on point. You're fit, your haircut, you're on time. You even pull out her chair.
Oh no, the on time part, that's not me though.
You do it all. Now, it's one
I also don't pull out the chair, you feel me?
thing if it's mutually decided after the fact that like, you know, we're just not feeling each other. But it's another thing if something bad...
Well, honestly, I just don't go on dates actually, like ever. You feel me? Like, bruh, I don't. I'm too young for dates, and even if I wasn't too young, I don't afford going to dates, nigga. Like, where do people go for dates, bruh? No. That ain't for me.
happens during the date, and then you have to sit there in awkward silence now with this other person. You just gotta sit there and wait for the check to come. There's no way around it. Your fate is sealed. She's never hitting your ass up again. And then you got a miserable car ride.
Bruh, like, can you imagine though that you go on a date and the date goes bad, and you still have to pay for both of you, and like, what if she was just there for a free meal, honestly, and like not really understanding the intentions behind the two of you. Like you came here with this type of intentions and you let her know that, and she came in with different intentions though, even if she does know your intentions. And you quickly realized as the date progressed, like she was probably good with you like before food came, and like when the food was there, she just turned cold, nigga. And now you're like, and like there was good communication in the first place, and now y'all are eating. After eating, she just cold, nigga, and now you gotta pay for both of y'all, and you also gotta deliver her home, nigga. Yeah, I think like sometimes I'm just saving myself from a lot of shit, honestly, by not going to dates. You feel me? Like I kind of feel like, you know what, I'm yapping too much. Let me just keep the rest of these thoughts to myself.
Home, no music, just silence. And you gotta do a little post-game interview in your head. Then you gotta watch a little bit of film, understand where you went wrong, and then you just go home and try to accept that that happened. I don't know, like, what else do you even do in this situation? You could sleep it off, but then you're just gonna remember the next morning, oh yeah, I completely fumbled that date. Now we got public speaking. Well, at least for me. This is definitely something that I gotta get better at. Like, even though I do YouTube, I have like the worst public speaking skills. The reason
Yeah, bro. Doing YouTube doesn't mean we're good at public speaking. Like right now, as I speak, I'm literally looking at myself in the face. I feel like I'm talking to myself while I'm talking to y'all, actually. So, like, yeah, this does not help at all with public
why I
speaking.
can do this is because I'm recording in front of an audience of nobody. It's just me talking to myself at 9 o'clock at night. Now, I can record this in as many takes as I want. I can edit stuff out. I can modulate the voice of this if I really wanted to. When I'm up there, public
Yeah, bro, couldn't be me, nigga. I don't really like editing a whole lot of stuff out. I probably do like some things. You feel me? When I was like, yo, on this thing, I was way out of line. But honestly, I just like to keep like the genuinity. You feel me? Like the genuineness.
speaking for a presentation. First of all, I have to LARP my ass off and just pretend I know whatever this subject is that I'm talking about. I'll lose my train of thought up there. I'll stutter. I don't know, literally anything but actually give a fluent presentation. And maybe this is just me because I don't know, bro. Like, I'm really up there struggling to get my point across, just reading verbatim what's on the slides. Like, it's just not good. It's embarrassing. You know, some people are probably gonna look at me like, wow, grown ass man can't even give a presentation. And I could get through it,
Yeah, but I don't think it's valid to call public speaking a humiliation ritual, bro.
but it's not gonna be a good one. And I get it. It's supposed to help me improve my
Yeah, but maybe it depends on who you are and how you see things.
public speaking skills, but I can't even lie to you guys. I got a long ass way to go. And eventually, when it's over, nobody even gives a f. So that's why I'm wondering why I'm even nervous in these situations. I came a long way since my first one. My first one in my freshman year of college, it was fucking garbage. It took me forever to read one slide, and I didn't even know what the I was talking about. And when the teacher asked me a question, I didn't know the answer. So I lost my
Bruh.
group 10 points. And this dude, just to add on to the turmoil, he was like, no, I want him to answer. He pointed right at me. Everybody was just staring me down as I was like trying to think of a bullshit answer I could give him in my head, and nothing came to mind. So I just
Sometimes the teacher, the lecturer, or whatever, always chooses the person who seems like they're the least likely to answer the correct question, bro.
sat there and was like, I don't know. So I just sat back down and
That's why, nigga, I always make myself look super confident, like I can actually give the answer, bro. Sometimes, like when I see everyone raising their hands, I'm like, oh shit. So I'm calculating, like, okay, so that one raised their hand before me, and that one raised their hand before me, and a bunch of people are starting to raise their hands up. I'll just raise up my hand as if I actually have an answer, and I'm gonna be looking at the teacher like, pick me, nigga. I have no idea what the actual answer is, but like I'm bruh, like fake it till you make it,
my
nigga.
seat, embarrassed as hell. But the next thing that I 100% had to talk about in this video is watching a makeout scene in a movie with your parents. Or even
Bruh.
worse, other scenes. Every single
Bruh.
time that would happen, I would just go on my phone, bro. There's no reason for me to just watch.
That's kind of why I don't watch TV anymore. Most especially like if my parents are in the room, bruh, and like I know this shit is like rated like PG or some shit. I'm just not watching TV with my parents at all, honestly.
Watch the scene,
Bruh.
smiling teeth and gums, and my parents right next to
Bruh.
me. And especially if I'm on a plane, like sitting next to some random, I think anybody in their right mind is skipping that shit. I do not want this random right next to me to think I'm watching X-rated videos on the plane. When you're on the plane, at least you could skip it, but when you're with your parents, you just gotta sit there and endure the scene. Unless
Yeah, just sit there and take it. Nah. Don't move, don't move. Don't move. It's over. Just take it. Just take it. It'll all be over soon. Don't move. Don't, hey, be quiet. Just take it.
You pick up the remote and just bite the bullet and skip it. Becoming a viral meme. I don't know who wants to be walking on the street one day and then somebody comes up to you like, yo, bro, you were that one guy in that one meme. And especially if everyone on the internet saw it and you were just getting embarrassed in said video. Like recently, there was this one dude that sung Sorry by Justin Bieber at a talent show. And this video went viral 10 years later. 10 years later. And then
can you imagine how much this person has changed in the space of those 10 years, bro? Like me right now, bro, like it's May right now. Me at May in 2026 and me at May in 2025, two completely different people, bro. So like, can you imagine how much change there has been in the 10 years of this person's life, bro? And out of nowhere, he just blows up for no reason, being humiliated. Bruh.
All of a sudden, him choking at a talent show just went extremely viral. And you could be having like the greatest, most fantastic day of your life. And then all of a sudden, you remember that video clip. And in the video clip, he just knew it was up. So all he really could do.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes, like, you remember shit at 3 a.m. in the morning trying to fall asleep and you can't sleep and you're like, why did I do that shit at 7 years? You're remembering things that happened like a decade or 2 decades ago at night in bed, and you're asking yourself, why does my brain hate me?
At that point was just mumble the words and just dance around and pretty much just apologize to the crowd. Like they say, and I'm they. I literally just said this 2 minutes ago. Like, oh yeah, people are gonna forget your embarrassing moments. Well, apparently not this one. People just brought it back from the dead 10 years later. Being a pledge in a fraternity. I've heard a lot about fraternity.
But like, hear me out. If I'm in that video and it blows up, nigga, I gotta get my card, bro. Like, you ain't humiliating me for free, nigga. I gotta get my card.
And didn't get in, as I said in previous videos. And after the fact, I kind of realized, I'm like, damn, okay, I didn't want to be some dude's bitch for 5 months. Some people don't anymore because they legally can't haze you. Some people do it anyway, just for the of it. I wouldn't want to put up with that, me personally. To each their own, I guess. You got it, bro. I'm cool off that. Your card getting declined. Now, I don't know why this always happens to me, bro, but literally every time I try to buy something and I'm in a different state, my bank declines my card. I'm glad.
Yeah, bro, like, me personally, this shit has never happened to me, and like, it's been this close so many times, bro. Like, I might be having like 400 and something of my currency, you feel me? And so like I go to the store and I buy a whole bunch of shit, like things that I didn't even plan for, and like I find myself having less than 10 of my currency, you feel me? Like that's really close to getting declined, bro. But like, you feel me? I just, humiliation fears me, actually. So like, I'm just blessed or lucky, I guess.
Glad that I have another payment method that I can use. Otherwise, I would have to like shuffle.
I don't have another payment method I can use. If that shit declines, bro, it's either there's some shit that gotta go back, or like I'm just leaving the store and everything there. Like I can do that. Like who's gonna stop me? Who's going? What are they gonna do? Hold me? Nah, that's assault.
Through my wallet and pretend like I'm doing something, or sit there and be on the phone with my bank for like 10 minutes. But there was one time though where I had to put all the items.
Nah, I'm just kidding. I just always have like some money in reserve. Like it's the same card, but like it's money that I plan to use, and then money that's like I'm not planning to use today. You feel me? So yeah, if it does decline, I can just transfer from that account to this account, then keep spending.
I got my first paycheck, or well, I thought I did, from my supermarket job. And since I was independent and I was making my own money, I wanted to buy some snacks. Now, in the app where I was like receiving my payments, it said that I received it, but I didn't even bother checking my bank account. So I had no cheese in there. So I sat there and really...
Oh, so you're just a silly person who didn't check their bank balance before going to the store, Now that's on you, bruh. If that humiliated you, that's on you. You feel me? You brought that upon yourself.
Scanned all these items, and when it was time for me to use my card, it just didn't work. It just kept saying your card declined, your card declined. Now remember, I was
Bruh.
just in a self-checkout area. Now I got about like 10 items, and I had enough.
At least when you're on a self checkout, like nobody's in a line and looking at you, and like the cashier isn't like, next, please, next, please, bruh. Sometimes the cashiers can look at you crazy when you're like, you're getting declined and you're wasting their time. They actually like, bruh, you're not bringing in money. Move so someone else can bring in money, bruh.
Cash in my pocket for about like 5 of them. And the one I was at accepted cash. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I'll pay with cash and I'll just put the rest of them back. So that's exactly what I did. There I was, just putting all the items back. And then I just
Bruh.
shamefully walked out of the store. I mean,
Can you imagine all this happened just because you didn't check your bank balance before going to the store?
if I didn't have the cash, it would have been even worse. I would have had to put everything back. It was a bunch of junk food, so I would have been better off without it anyway. Even though it is good, there's no way any of it had any nutritional value. Next, we have choking in sports. There's plenty of times where I choked. Like I was saying in the public speaking part, I don't really do that great under pressure. I remember one time in baseball, I was the third baseman. This dude hit the ball right to me. Like it was the easiest lob of the century. And I whiffed. And I thought about what if I failed
Bruh.
in that moment. Like I was already setting myself up for failure. Like what the hell was I even doing? And after
Yeah, bruh, everything starts in the mind. If you're looking at you, if you're about to try something and attempt it, and you're like, ah, shit, what if I fail? You already lost before you even started, bro. Straight up, everything starts in the mind. So you gotta tell yourself in your mind before you even do this thing that I can do this thing. Maybe you might still fail, but at least like in you won before you fail, and so like the loss feels kind of like an equalizer. You feel me? But like if you failed in your mind already and you fail in real life, you just feel like a failure in general, bro. So like just try to tell yourself good stuff in your mind. Try to tell yourself that like I'm a winner. You feel me? Like affirmations or some shit. You feel me? Don't let yourself have negative thoughts, or don't let yourself get affected by negative thoughts.
that, the entire team was on my ass, bro. Like the first baseman was like swearing at me and shit. I was like, yo, bro, I'm in deep shit right now. I just sat there in shame the rest of the game. I got fucking benched. And I was just sitting there with my thoughts the rest of the time like, wow, I really sold the game. I choked. Sport that I recently picked up is bowling. Bowling is a lot of fun. I can't even lie. But let's just say I got better as I went, because I was throwing gutter balls like almost every single time, to the point where I was putting up like 50 pins a game. Like it was just embarrassing. And every time I threw a gutter ball, I would just walk back to my seat with my head down in shame. And it's not like I could laugh it off, right? Like if I threw one, okay, sure. But once I get to like the 10th gutter ball, okay, there's no laughing it off now.
Yeah, bro, like can you imagine a dude is busy being ass in your team and they're in your team, and after being ass they're busy like like bro, what are you laughing at? You failure, you disappointment. Why are you laughing? You shouldn't be happy right now. You're a failure.
I'm just buns at bowling. I can't explain that away. And it's even worse when it's on a larger scale. And you know what? I'm glad I'm not in the league. I'm glad I'm not on national television. So there was a football game I saw, and it was the Vikings. I forget who they were playing, but there was this dude named Max Brosmer, and he had like the worst game of his life. I think it was his first ever time playing in the NFL, but god damn, it was a rough watch. Like I couldn't even sit through it. I left halfway through the game. Next, we have opening your camera roll in front of a random. Like if somebody's
Yeah, bro, like sometimes that shit do be looking crazy because like me personally, like back before now, like I was super obsessed with my physique, and there would be just like a bunch of pictures of me holding my phone like this in the bathroom mirror and just like top off. And like sometimes you're kind of like, what is this person thinking? Like like after seeing a dude kind of half naked on their phone, you kind of ask yourself like, if he's willing to like just take a whole bunch of pics with his shirt off, how many is he willing to take with his pants off?
says, oh yeah, show me a photo of your trip to East Guam. I want to see it. And then all of a sudden, they see this thumbnail in my camera roll. They're going to be like,
Why is this shit on your camera roll? Me personally, bro, like my thumbnails stay in screenshots, and I do not open my screenshots in front of anyone ever at all, bro. I know what's in there. Even y'all don't like. I won't even tell y'all. You feel me? And like, bro, crazy stuff is in there. You feel me? Like, I'm just kidding, bro. But like, honestly, though, I don't open my screenshots in front of people ever at all, ever,
Like, I once gooned to a femboy AI? What the fuck is
bro.
that? So yeah, I do YouTube and, sometimes the thumbnails get a little crazy. Like, I don't really know how else to explain that. And next we got job interviews.
Yeah, well, just don't explain it then, bro.
I've only had one job in my life, so I can't exactly speak on job interviews. And the interview that I was in, it was very easy. Because like I said in previous...
Me personally, bro, like I've never had a job. Like I have worked, but it wasn't really like a job where like a job for an interview. But like I've been interviewed for something else, and bro, I got in there like feeling super confident and shit. And those questions they were asking, bro, like you had to be dedicated towards the thing. And I was just there for fun. And like, bro, they were asking questions, and you would have to be dedicated to this thing in order for you to be able to answer those questions properly in the right way. But I still came out successful in the interview though. But like, bro, that shit was crazy.
videos about the supermarket job. They just needed bodies on the register. But in 2026, it's a whole side quest in itself to even try to land the interview. And you could have a flawless interview. Absolutely flawless. And they'll email you back and saying, unfortunately, we can't have you a part of our family at Duck & Co. And you'll probably be sitting there like, first of all, what family? And second of all, how the f did I bomb this interview? I fit all the qualifications and I did a good job. But unfortunately in 2026, there's been so many people struggling to land a job. Watch me.
Yeah, bruh, because like you don't really have to be good at interviews in order for you to be able to land a job. You just have to be good at like having the right connections and knowing the right people. You feel me? That's how you land a job in 2026. And that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.